going to be a big ask for G2 to come back from where we've seen so far in this series, to actually come out, play that super aggressive, kind of controlling, almost oppressive play style that we used to from them. Shopify should be able to run, in terms of the fact finding, in terms of the information gathering here for Shopify, that mid-round should look damn good.
But also, let's not forget Giuliano has switched here as well. We do have a different look in that
Absolutely,
aspect as well. This could be the last stand. We are now at the third map, which could be maybe the final map if G2 cannot recover. Diving into this one though, composition switch, a mad look from Shopify Rebellion, but hey, they've got 2 maps to the good. They are not under the gun right now.
The thing I want to see continue here on Ascent is particularly how Shopify were able to challenge so deep, be proactive on the defense. Obviously, composition aside, it's going to be harder here. Sonder, though, just exposing herself a little bit on that angle. KP also found out here. Big paranoia, but nobody to follow up. Mary actually finds the kill.
Yeah, Mary maybe just avoided that for now. You can see Laurie has been seen as well, marked as it stands, so not able to get too active in this. I should allow for the plant to come in here, but it is 5 against them. But there is some good chip damage done. You got Mimi down low, a glance a little low, Petra as well. So only Giuliano and Mary sitting pretty.
That'll be the first one you want to find, though. But Mary able to TP away, fully safe all the way back into A main.
Where's that next bit of contact going to come in? You see Laurie starting to build up a little here, and the pistol's going to show. Lovely smoke there for Mimi to make the most of. As G2 this time, we get the Prime Gaming Flawless coming out here with a strong start.
If I'm not mistaken, again, the second Prime Gaming Flawless we've seen in the pistol round.
Correct.
I believe Bind started off the same way. G2 get themselves on the board. Off the rip here on Ascent. Comfortable pistol round as well. I said Sonder, I don't think she anticipated being punished from that position. Actually, even here, the reveal on the backside of the paranoia. There's no chance for KP to find value off it. And just coming back to that sort of that composition change once again, KP coming away from the initiator here. Still possibilities on the Omen, yes, to set up some of these plays, but that's a part of Shopify's performance that has looked fantastic, has been KP on that role. Laurie, yes, as well. A bit of a stack towards B here. A couple of shorties in play.
Yeah, starting to see Mimi as well getting quite vocal. To have a little bit of that influence, get that positive atmosphere going. Quick beginnings, Benny can sit out the round.
Also, it's almost kind of pulls G2 towards B site though, with where this kill has come. And the spike is fairly committed here.
This is dangerous.
Mimi still far back as well. Glance still pretty
Surely
far
you're
back.
worried though at this point. You're like, how is it not here?
The shorty.
Here we go. How many do they get? From the depths, jumping down. Sonder's got 2. KP's got 1 as well. This is a tragedy in action. It's falling by the wayside. 2 survive. Make it out of the massacre to tell the tale of do not go to the B site.
Hey, I mean, the only saving grace there is that these weapons are on lane, right?
Yeah.
The fact that they're not retrievable.
Yeah.
Thank God for that, because like I said, the spike was far forwards in the formation there for G2. Mimi off to a good start, though. 4-0. Good progress towards that null command already. Really to write home about for Shopify just yet. We'll see what progress G2 can make in this round. It's, I mean, only the 2 weapons retrieved across. Headhunter, yes, but 2 sheriffs in the hands of Petra and Mimi.
Bring them down.
The other thing just to note as well, with the proactivity we did see on Bind, like I said, this composition, it doesn't really lean in that way.
Yeah, you're right.
Big trade-off of damage. Actually, Mary coming out the worse off here. 2 HP left.
Yeah. See while that happened though, there is a player creeping middle. Petra. Taking a little bit of space there. They're being given a fair amount of map control, so you're kind of walking in a little to the dark here, but the paranoia and smoke committed over towards short. See them starting to build in towards the safe side, but again, the spike isn't here with them. There is no full commitment just yet.
Trying to pull somebody out of position here. Petra trying to capitalize on the backside of it. Great awareness from Laurie, but gives up the angle. Benita there to pick it up, but caught with knife in hand.
Well, that's a fumble.
Didn't drop the weapon though. The second fumble being Flowerful falling.
Yeah, side's open now. Spike is still on a bit of a journey, Petra.
What?
Tries to go for the smoke, but Sonda just feeling it. Just all seeming to line up there for her. Mimi's still on guard duty in middle.
Giuliano has to get ahead of that smoke drop in, and she absolutely does. So Spike will come through. KP still a million miles away from this. And yeah, 5 HP for Glance.
Oh, Mimi's timing can be atrocious, yeah. Well, KP went for the smoke instead. And, they might have just missed each other like ships in the night. I think, yes, they know where she is now, but Giuliano's still going to find Laurie. Sonda does isolate Mimi, so now it's just the players on the site. Pushing towards stairs, Giuliano not going to let another one slip. KP now.
Maybe going to get caught off guard there, but actually TP inside the smoke.
This could be nice, give them a fair 1v1. And Glance, 5 HP, more than up, but it's Giuliano to find the critical ones on the site, converting the bonus here.
And a big indicator in terms of the composure coming into this map, right? Yep. A comfortable start for G2. Firmly in control of these rounds.
They need a Violet under them.
They definitely do. They need to maintain this, though. As I said, we've already talked about, I know Potter's lent on this heavily on the desk, is that kind of composure, that stabilizing factor for Shopify.
I've got to say as well, we have seen starts like this in the other maps. G2 picking up pistols, a couple other bits going their way, and then once the gun round comes in, it starts to fall to pieces. This is not even that moment. This is a dangerous buy because it is Shopify Rebellion. Very good at these kind of like, you know, slight purchases, a little bit of a mini investment here, not too much, just that Judge and Marshall coming through. Good start, Giuliano. Clean. Taking one away, above a minute.
And G2 not looking to pop on the back of that either. They're posting up, we'll wait for Petra's utility to clear through. Still 2 members to deal with. Laurie to an extent. Benito over towards lane. Yeah, we're getting a ton of information on the back of that Aldrone. Mimi takes a tag on the way in though.
Yeah, Mimi looking a little wounded. There's still threats here. Oh, Laurie didn't get the reveal on any of the players. Maybe she could have used it. Laurie's just run over Mimi. And this is the round that, of course, Shopify get dangerous in. Benita overwhelmed, but what's remaining? A 3v2. Mary and Petra, and yes, you're right, they absolutely. There he is. And there's a firing squadron on the other side. Petra 1v3. Detected and denied. This is a tall task. Gets the first.
Can't use that.
Back on board. All goes in. That's both players. She knows where they are. Petra! This could be everything. All goes up. Judge comes out. 20 seconds down. Petra's making the play! Big moves from Petra. Red Bull clutch. And G2 get past a very dangerous, threatening round. But it was with so little.
Absolutely. I mean, actually, almost a carbon copy of the start of Bind there, where Shopify actually got dominated in their buy round, come back through on the Thrifty with just minimal investment. This time around, Petra goes huge.
Laurie just runs in.
Can't use that. Can't use that.
Just waiting for the KO ult to fade, and yeah. To bring that Nightfall in. Lovely. Lovely stuff from Petra.
Great pressure as well, though, to make sure that KP can't swap away from that Judge. Very on a swing. Laurie caught off guard a little bit there.
Mary, challenge dealt with. That's a double stack. Only noting one, though. You can see where the Spike's heading. You can see where the rest of G2 are heading. This is a quick change. This is a different look.
Trap gone, so a little bit of space or opportunity opened up on the B side of the map. No progress just yet, but yeah, on the back of this utility, Shopify looking to clear through.
Yeah, they're in. And the paranoia was sent, but bear in mind there are players ahead of that, so that would be a punish on KP if she decides to push. Spray comes in. KP gonna pop one smoke down. There are now players coming back in from shore. This was the double stack that pushed her on B main, making it back around towards tree. And it's actually Mimi and Petra in perfect unison to deny 2 fronts, making a third. G2 looking fired up now. Laurie and Benita, the last two, like lambs to the slaughter. G2 firing on all cylinders now.
Again, this is where we can maybe open the discussion of this comp change. And some of the rounds that G2 weren't able to get the advantage in was because Sondra and KP were so good.
Yeah, they were.
Laurie was so good at supporting Sondra as well to get into these positions to really actually take these scrappy fights. We noticed on Bayern a number of times where it's like, you look back and you think, that's a round G2 should have won. And embrace that chaos here. G2 absolutely run away with it.
It's good seeing them getting a little bit more into it now. You could see
a little more vocal on stage.
Yeah, you could see even Potter kind of discussing it as well, and the desk noting, I think all of us did. They looked very sullen, of course, at the end of map 2. Don't blame you for being upset, of course. but it's that correction. They've come out, and it's always been the case. Don't piss off G2.
They were left baffled.
Yeah.
Left absolutely baffled,
Stunned.
as were we watching some of these rounds back. So it's absolutely crucial they get off to a good start here on Ascent. Much harder as well, just coming back to that conversation, what is Shopify going to be able to do to kind of disrupt the early round from G2 the same way we saw on Bind? Much wider default from G2 on most of those rounds.
Yeah, certainly a predicament. You can see KP there having a conversation about it. Maybe discussing the best options available. This map, it doesn't sit well within the wheelhouse, I feel, here for Shopify. It has been also somewhat of a vulnerability for G2 in some aspects as well. It has never been their stronghold, I'd say, in my mind, but they're proficient at it, and you're seeing that here. A little bit of that comp change. Looking okay. How are you feeling about that raise now coming out for Giuliano? Are you happy enough with what it's achieving so far?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen G2 have to rely on it too much just yet. It's not as if some of these rounds are going out where, G2 are required to clear a load of space to get onto site.
Ooh, the pace. Hold on.
This might be the one we see it.
Certainly could be. A little bit of info found, though. And actually, maybe some of that presence and willingness to commit denied.
Flowerful's actually got a Spectre here. So, possibility to do damage. She's desperately trying to figure out exactly where she's positioned. I'm not sure if she was noted. The reveal was shot, so...
There.
A little panicky there. Unable to get the Spectre. Positioned to do damage. Drone denied as well. Mimi has been positioned deep here in A lobby. There's a double stack towards main.
Does she hear the jump spot? I think she might do.
I think it's all to just kind of bait Sonder into a position to find a flash.
No, but KP's getting curious about short as well because they are so committed to this. And Mimi so far safe from Wine. Spots out one, but where's the swing? Sonder, they're coming for you, Sonder. Petra's got it this time. Now the sight's on a platter. Available. I quite like this as well from G2, making no mistakes in this one. Didn't over-push the issue towards B, but it ain't over yet, of course. Still a couple of Sheriffs and that Spectre to work through. Not clean, but it's job done. Petra finds Laurie. And Benita and Flowerful. Last one's alive.
One enemy remaining.
Benita will fall. Flowerful, like I said, with that Spectre, but it'll be difficult to find anything. It's another prime gaming flawless for G2. Hitting their stride now. No stone left unturned. Diligence shown as well. Like I said, Mimi was sat deep on A lobby, not really giving anything away. You even noted actually whether or not they were in range to hear the audio. But again, no hesitation from Petra. You see there on the replay, just barreling towards Wine. Making use of that time. Much, much better start here to Ascent.
Yep. Could change here, though. We do have another buy coming out for Shopify, and they do have ults to play with too. Laurie's, KP's, and Flowerful's. You can hear that invested at the very start. So G2 looking like they want to keep it simple.
Much looser hold here on 8. I'm sure actually if you see on the...
Good knife.
Yeah.
Well.
Big info. Big info.
I think they found a whole lot here.
How does that change the round though?
Because it's early.
Yeah.
They can still dismantle this. Now, obviously, that...
Mary's actually, I think, spotted Flowerful on that.
Yeah.
The smoke will go up, preventing any freedom here in mid for Flowerful.
Quite like the way they're still trying to utilize this and being very diligent on the way back through, noting they probably lost some of that map control, having to build back in diligently towards B, but it's a double pump looking towards A. KP. Petra so vulnerable, and now that contact on Mary, they've got to be ready for this. They've got to know what's coming their way. Double stack towards Tree, and the timing, Mary's got Sonder dead. And now KP can even get out of there in time, makes a mad escape. Giuliano clearing the site. Will send this deep towards CT if she has to. Or to buy some precious space. They have no idea. Laurie's waiting.
Laurie pinged it.
Yep, there it is. Delivery. But losing a lot of space, Glance gets it back, and Mimi shuts it down. KP was trying to make a bit of an account of something, and you can see that G2 mean business right now. Flowerful's naive. Needs to go above and beyond there, but doesn't get it. I mean, this is... You might have just woken the beast, right? Like, this is G2 looking mean.
Giuliano taking all the space and actually glanced to backfill that as well.
Yep.
Reinforcing some of the things that we wanted to see G2 clean up on the previous map. Great round here from G2, once again putting even more pressure on the finances of Shopify. This time around, Flowerful not being rewarded in terms of some of these opening engagements, even given the opportunity. This wide default once again. Shopify, it doesn't feel as if they're able to pressure it whatsoever. KP taking a ton of damage there.
Yeah, go around the better on that one, Mimi. Giuliano meandering through middle. Flowerful does actually get glanced with that before TPing away. Laurie goes to show a little bit of the hand there, but doesn't find the connection, but does make it harder work to hit this cross now.
Very preemptive rotation coming out here. Sonda caught off guard a couple of times in this position. A little more defensive here, the fragment to slow things down. There's 3 members of G2 headed this direction.
Yeah, and Petra's got the cross straight over. Giuliano with that.
That's
Looking
the
towards the
sight.
site, it's
Sight
KP.
done.
And KP was already down so low, it needed a miracle, and it's not going to happen. Mary and Petra in unison, walking through them.
One enemy remaining.
And this buy just ain't looking as deadly now. Crushed like fruit. You're just seeing Benita left alive. 4 to find. You a believer, Michael?
I mean, yet to get on the board. We'll need to find 4 with the Sheriff here.
Yeah,
We'll spot the first, but
Shot down.
actually we'll close it out.
Revealing area.
Nothing left to find though.
Okay.
And the concern being, I'm starting to see a couple of things. Laurie throwing out the ult there. It's that composure, that game plan kind of being thrown off kilter just a little bit. Shopify, very noted, yeah, actually on fine. G2 looking rattled in some of the rounds. That's the sort of thing that indicates Shopify may be starting to feel the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, starting to wake up here.
Just desperate to have an impact, do something
Yeah, easy
to slow
cool off.
G2 down.
A little worrying for Shopify because it has been exhausting, and it's that when you finally rest, it all catches up to you. And this game could be potentially the one that brings them back down to earth. We'll see. It is 8-0 for now.
Giuliano and Petra looking to pressure immediately towards Market. Petra desperate to try and find it. KP, though, punished on the other side. First time Shopify have looked to get a little active, challenge this A main control. Actually, previously it was just Mimi. Some round glance there in unison. It's a 4v3 though. Giuliano down to 10 HP with that early engagement in Market.
Nice, Mary. Finding it. Trade comes in, and this is getting a little messy now. 2v2.
Laurie's got to stay standing here. Not going to give away really even any damage.
Doesn't really have to either. Still has the haunt to invest. Still has information for the post plan. Working back in with Sonda with 2 flashes as well.
Mimi has 2 flashes. Glance has the paranoia. Actually, the null command. Going to prevent all of that from being put to use.
This position, though, is so hard to clear. Do they have something to dismantle this, to dissuade it? No, they don't, and it's brutal to walk into.
Enemy remaining.
G2 keeping the record clean. What a way back into this matchup.
Even now, actually, coming back onto another ultimate cycle. Mimi one off the null command. It says Shopify just desperate to throw everything at some of these rounds just to get one on the board. Even here, yeah, Giuliano 10 HP, but gets Sonda down to 30, which makes it so much harder.
This post plant so hard to get.
Nice little setup as well. No risk from lane. Yeah, both posted up on the same angle.
And it's good to see G2 looking alive. They've been looking, heads down low. And hey, I don't mind it. Oh, we've got a very aggressive commitment down the back of this. Hold on, it isn't just all posturing. Benita posting it.
Big damage.
Huge damage. The frag already coming as well. That's Glance gone. And you can see KP in the meantime going for a leisurely stroll up. Middle might be rewarded. That's one. The Spectre good in her hands. Finds Petra and Giuliano, and this could be the first round in a while, but Mimi doing anything she can. 34 HP and a bit of a dream right now.
Oh my God!
Mimi! Out of nowhere!
Down
And now maybe Mary wants a little bit of that action, and look at what she has. Spike and a minute to play with, and it's Mary. She has been on fire in these rounds. Gets the composure. 50 seconds to play with.
Good read from Mary here. And the double stack towards mid from Shopify. No paranoia, no smokes just yet. But with KP still being alive, Mary almost needs to commit to finding a kill. Can't reset towards main. Almost forced into playing sight here. The door gone down. Yeah, I think KP is in range to hear it.
30 seconds left.
Is Mary going to go for the plant here?
Spike.
What does Mary go for? Quick handling of the door, though. This is hard. Smoke towards main, and the readjust towards Dice. TP potentially taken. They did. Oh,
my
God! Mary! You hear the TP. She turns. She finds her.
Such awareness from Mary. Incredible stuff from Mimi as well. The one to really flip that round on its head. Make it doable for Mary.
Look at this round. It was the first one in a while that looked hopeful.
It's heartbreaking for Shopify. It's another one where they're looking to challenge, looking to create some threat. That is ridiculous from Mimi. So the awareness here, though. Massive plays coming out from G2.
And they're right back into it. Hold on, the pace isn't ceasing by any means. It's not slowing down. They're right back into it. Over towards B we go. Shopify Rebellion on the receiving end. Floutful, are you ready for what's coming your way? You get one. But Benita's got your back. Sonda there. The pace better. They're meeting it. They're greeting it. They finally get one.
Blink and you miss it. G2 looking to pile the pressure on. Put Shopify on the back foot. Actually a big ultimate investment here.
Yeah.
Mary will bring the tour de force into the final round. But there's a 10-1 scoreline for G2. Even if they get a consolation second round here. G2 almost just wanting this half over and done with.
They are running through him a little bit here. But you want to close the account cleanly. First contact made. Benita. Got a Floutful. And there's the...
Just confidence, time and time again.
It's what's been missing, Mike. This has been a very quiet performance from G2. This time looking way stronger. Wow. Well, that's the first half.
Wrap it up.
Yeah? Done?
Yeah.
Calling this one?
Yeah.
You ready to be wrong?
I mean, the concern being we come into the next half with a triple initiator comp, right? The Des touched on this, the inability to comfortably create space. And you know, I was talking about just this adjustment of play style that Shopify lean on with these sorts of comps. We saw on Icebox previously. It's not working out here. G2 taking absolute control of these rounds.
They're waking up, they're firing up. G2 looking a little bit different here this time around. 11-1. Let's hand it back to the Des to talk through what we've seen.
Holy moly, I'm scared. Christine, I think G2 might be a little bit pissed.
Just a little bit, man. When you're looking back at that first half, you just look at the players' reactions, their faces, they are dialed in and super focused. I mean, and that's great, right? It's great. It's either you cry or you get pissed, right? And it seems like G2 are pissed and they're really leaning into that, and we're looking well. It's looking really good.
Yeah, especially doing the first two maps and with the reactions that we have been getting, them being sad, they're definitely not being 100%. At the beginning, you know, the rounds, they had this hunter look on their faces, being like, it's either do or die, literally.
Yes.
And I don't plan on dying here, so we gotta do something. But I also think that we're talking about their attack, you know? When you pick this map, most likely you're gonna start on the attack. We'd love that Giuliano pick. And honestly, I am not that convinced on the triple initiator from the defense. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I mean, going forward, Shopify really has to pull out some magic tricks out of the hat here. The triple initiator, it really just means that, you know, they have a lot to work with. They have a lot of util to take space. They have a lot of util to play post, to deny retakes, retaking space away from their team. I think one thing that they're really going to have to focus for here actually going forward is setting up Flowerful in those spots that she can be really good at. Flashing for her, setting her up, or literally just leaving her, letting her do her own thing, setting her up for first kills or setting her up to lurk, and just really depending on her, because honestly, looking at it, there is no space maker. There's no way that they can get onto the site other than dumping that util, or at least denying them from getting, like, you know, the first kills and just letting Flowerful really take the number advantage.
Yeah, and that's so important, especially considering on the first half, they didn't really do much of that, right? They're really going to have to lean into the strengths of this composition, start utilizing those utilities to regain that map control. We always talk about, we want to see these little small hunting parties, either a hunting party of 2 or 3, go out, go sniffing, go look for little skirmishes across the map and start utilizing that utility.
Well, this is going to be a tall task. Pansy and Hypok, over to you.
Yeah, let's waste no time, because this could be a blink and you miss it sort of deal, Mike. We are at 11-1, and we did doubt the comp anyway. And I think we may not even get to the point of seeing those issues here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Des hit it perfectly, right? They need to really rely on some of these choreographed executes to make use of this composition. And with a couple of the individuals for G2 standing up, though, Mary being one of them, challenged immediately here at the start. TP's away. At least information relayed here.
Yeah, it gets noted, though, on the readjust, so they will know the position. Sonda quickly gets to business as Mimi wants to overwhelm down by main, and she's not alone in doing that either.
That's huge, actually. They have 2 towards main.
One towards CT. They're both going back through from middle, which is the interesting part. I wonder how much KP's going to read into this. Obviously, they don't know how much space they've got. Now, with the contact on towards door, they're questioning.
So have lots of utility for G2, though. Petra and Giuliano. Paint shell, most notably. It's a big kill, though.
Yeah, great positioning from KP there to make the use of it after they got smoked off towards heaven. It's Laurie to find Glance. Now down to Petra and Mimi in a 2v3. Make it a 1v2. And a 2v none. Shopify Rebellion make it to 2.
On the board here with the pistol in the second half. They need to maintain this pace, though. Here coming in, considering 3 Bulldogs. Hey, I'm with you. We see OT. It'll be a banger of a map.
I want to go home at some point, please. I'll be starting OT talks at 2 rounds. Whoever's in the audience saying that, get them out. Get the beers away from them. Huffing the copium.
Let's guarantee that's Mel.
It's 100% Mel. That voice is not subtle.
Yeah.
Go back to doodling on the pictures. Right, 2 to 11. It is classics.
Maintaining pace, though. Again, Shopify, no secrets about this on the way in. Nearly a big combo, though, but Giuliano and Mary going to find kills.
Okay, Laurie,
That's
Benita,
spike as
Cloud
well.
Ball, you're absolutely right, and they're just going to swarm it. Mark it now, his body's put to it. Benita put to bit. Okay, finds both of them. No shot. Does she keep going? Giuliano can't close it down. Now Flatfall's there on the case, and now it's just Giuliano. Picks up a Bulldog, but loses her life. Shopify Rebellion, get to 3.
See, immediately G2 want to collapse onto that position in market, but Benita goes huge with the Spectre just to deny that. But damage done. And really, you'd want Shopify to build up a little bit more in terms of a bankroll here. They almost have to, I mean, they're forced to consider purchasing into this round. And it's just how it settles. They'll be able to maintain a little bit. There's Bulldogs. Sonda with the rifle.
Shutting them down.
This crowd's actually fun. It's weird. Sonda. Remove the alcohol from the venue.
Yes.
3 to 11. A little bit of damage done. I'm ignoring them now. Mary down to 15.
Yeah, forced so deep as well, all the way back into spawn here. Committing to just jump spotting mid. Double stack towards short here. Glance and Mimi almost looking to get behind this. I mean, Laurie noted outside they might even be able to backstab. This could be huge.
Yeah, this massive.
G2 taking matters into their own hands.
Yeah, Mary though, so vulnerable here. How are you alive, Mary? 15 HP in a dream, keeps her standing. 3 agents noted as well, so she'll be very aware of how many players are present on this. Post plan could have some potential with Benny in position. KP. Yeah, a little risky. Obviously the smoke going to be committed towards main. And the retake utility starts coming in, pouring in towards the site. 3 towards heaven. It's Glance with 1. Sonda can only deny so much through door. And Mary shuts it down. It's now just Sonda alive! And it's going to be 12. G2, 1 round away.
Played this perfectly on the way back through. Numbers advantage. Even here, just the awareness. Find that kill onto Generator, actually. No counter peek coming through from door. A little bit rattled here. Like I said, actually, this is where that financial disadvantage will continue. The fact that they were in a position they had to force back in on the previous. It's a Sheriff, a Ghost, and 2 rifles here for Shopify to work with. Sonda 1 away from the null command.
Take a lot now to close this gap. And the reality's starting to set in a little bit. G2 have their reputation for a reason. Mimi first to get contact here, noting that they're close, has to be careful. Does have support as well. Glance trying to pull all that attention. Prowler goes in, does not find Mimi. Mimi is now just going to teep herself in the corner. They don't know she's there! And Mimi with the worst surprise possible denies them all! And now just Flowerful. There's so little to play with, not even the headhunter to hand.
Well said.
True. And time to face the music for Flowerful. This one doesn't even get married. Will be found by Mimi. It's 13-3.